Hi folks, Winkle here. Mission 14, close air support. We've got reports of Russian artillery threatening our troops on the front line now. Let's take a look at the mission planner. Okay, we're going to take off on 04. We're going to take our headings as per the briefing. And we're going to head down to this area where we should get contacted by a bird dog that will vector us in for close air support. See you in the cockpit.
Takeoff.
Will do, infield 1-1. Right. Let's get this baby started.
Krimsk, infield 1-1. Request startup. Infield 1-1. Krimsk, cleared for startup. Wind 090 at 3 meters per second.
090 at 3 meters per second, infield 1-1. Right, let's get our ground air supply connected.
Ground air supply.
Let's shut the canopy because I'm getting wet.
Copy. Ground air supply is now connected. Chief, apply ground air
So we've got
supply.
our generators on, we've got our fuel pumps on.
Copy.
Balanced our fuel
Air
tanks
is now
now.
applied.
Okay, we've got our 10% on our gauge. Let's press our start button, take our left throttle out of cut off into standby. While that's spooling up, we'll do our chaff and flare. We'll put our radar into standby. We'll put our flaps into auto. We'll select our centre line and our sidewinders. Okay, the gauges have come back down. Let's get our starboard engine started.
Chief, apply ground air supply.
While he's waiting for him to do that, we'll uncage our backup artificial
Air is now
horizon.
applied.
Keep an eye on our gauge, 10%. Press our start button, take our right throttle out of cut off into standby. You can see our needles picking up. Let's check and see if our... Let's just disconnect my rudder pedals and reconnect them. That's it. Okay, get our brakes on. Okay, now we need to set our bombs up while the engines are warming up. We put our... In fact, I'll have an interval. I'm not going to put a ripple effect on it. I'll put just in bombs. Nose and tail. Then we'll set up our HUD on manual. We've got snake eyes, so we're going to need 105 at least. We're going to put our power on to our RWR. Now we'll get ground crew to disconnect, otherwise we'll get told off.
Disconnect ground air supply. Copy.
And now the engines are warmed up. Let's
Ground air
just
supply is now
get our
disconnected.
dampers on. I'm going to just get our takeoff trim. I'm going to put that to 8 because we're reasonably heavily loaded. I'm going to put my speed brakes in and then I'm going to ask my wingman to just give me a look over. Yep, looks good. So we've got 4 rocket pods and we've got 5 Mark 82 snake eyes. Okay, let's request taxi.
Krimsk, infield 1-1. Request taxi to runway.
Just going to make sure my visual steering is engaged.
Infield 1-1.
Intermittent on my
Clear
stick.
taxi to runway 4.
Clear taxi to runway 4, infield 1-1. Right, let's go.
3 at 26,000. 26,000. Overlord 1-1. On 2, rolling. 26,000. Infield 1-1. Ready to clear for takeoff. Infield 1-1. You are clear for takeoff. Ready. Climb 300 at QRZ 29 decimal
I get to 300 knots, and then I come out of burner. I may just go the knots over because we're going to make a turn in a sec. Right, out of burner. Keep that nose down.
Bird dog to infield. Follow waypoint 2. Green 'em up pre-strike. Bird dog's working the ridge around Peshada. Stand by.
All copied, Enfield 1-1. Okay, so we're turning on to, it says 158, but we've got a wind coming from 090, so I'm flying 154. Okay, so I need to climb to just above 4,000 feet, and that will keep us clear of any terrain on our route down to waypoint 2. We can turn on our radar now. That's all operational. Now, fuel flow needs to be about 2,500 RPM, pounds per hour. 2,500 pounds an hour. Sorry, brain can't do more than one thing at a time, as you would have noticed by now. There we go. Right, okay. Just come right slightly. Fine. Right, okay, let's get our master arm on. Otherwise it's going to be a pretty short mission. We've got everything selected we need to, we've got a centre pylon, nose and tail, bombs. Right, so I'm not going to take Ripple just because I find the snake eyes quite hard to judge where they're going to hit. So dependent on how fast you're going and etc, etc, and quite difficult conditions today, as you can see, these clouds, and we're going to be fighting in this in a minute. So I'm just going to sort of extend the spread of the bombs, if you like, by manually picking them. Like 4,300 feet. Just ease up on the throttles a little bit, we'll sort of level off there. That'll keep us clear of anything. 2,500 pounds an hour. We've got no threats on our RWR at the moment. Nice and level. What heading are we on? 5-4. I've set my timer when we turned off the end of the runway for 6 minutes 10 seconds, and that will give us 33 miles there or thereabouts, as long as we stay 300 knots. Now when we get to that point, we should be able to see the ground forces, or the area that they're operating in. One thing I definitely need is Jaeger vision on. Losing a bit of height there, let's just concentrate on that. I've come left a little bit. Come back up to 4,300. It's fine. A little bit fast, I'll just ease off from the power. Should ease our rate of ascent. As you can see, the rain gets quite high further on. The angle of attack is horrendously high, but 300 knots is an easy calculation to make then, 5 miles a minute. We can speed up when we get there.
Bird dog to Enfield. I have visual with an enemy column. I have artillery and trucks and a ZSU. Keep waypoint 2 heading, then turn left to Pashada. I'll mark the column with red smoke and clear you in.
All copied, Enfield 1-1. Right, now what we can do is cheat a little bit. So I'm off to the left. Yep, so I just need to come right slightly. Just need to make sure I trigger waypoint 2. Come right. Well, I can see the towns where our guys are fighting down there. I want to come to the right of them, so I'm visual now. This is waypoint 2. I want to come around the back of these buildings. That's it. So we're lined up, so we're not far off track as long as we know the area. The bad guys are over here somewhere. They will shoot at us probably in a minute. I'm gonna just loop round onto 116 so we get past them here. Right, now I can get some power in and get some speed up and get the burner in. In case I get shot up, which is a good chance I will. Hopefully we'll trigger the right area. Bird dog to talk to us, just to trim down as I'm building the speed up, just keeping an eye out in case someone starts shooting tracer up at us. And I can jink. Right, we're at 400 knots, which is probably enough. I don't want to waste fuel because obviously I haven't got any bags on today. Bad guys are down here somewhere. I will have to use Jaeger vision in a minute. You'll see why. Right, so we've got SAE3 off to our 11 o'clock. Whoa.
Bird dog to Enfield. You are cleared in hot. Target marked with red smoke. Target is mechanized artillery and transports. CSU anti-aircraft and trucks.
Overlord 1-1. Pop-up group.
Tiny smoke.
445 at 1,500 knots.
Right, let's get our
Contact bomber target 2 o'clock.
lights, engage, mission and rejoin. Okay, now I've got a little bit of Jaeger vision on there.
Engaging target.
I'm just going to fly past this time just to get... Got 2 passes because we're going to get hit by MiG-21s in a minute. put a bit more Jaeger vision on. Right, there they are. I've literally got no chance of seeing them without this. It's taken too long now. We're going to be intercepted by MiG-21s before I've done what I need to do down here, so I better make these count. Only at 300 knots, we've got full burner in. Getting very mushy. You can see those trees aren't good for you. Let's hope I've hit something with those. Yes, I've got something. Right. Onto rockets. Select our rocket pods. Fly. Horizon. Bring the depression back up to about 16, 17, so I'm not going as fast as I would like. But be careful we don't get hit by these MiG-21s. I'm not going to have time to line up properly, I'm just going to go in. And dump off, let's keep an eye on our... There's MiG-21s off to 11 o'clock. Right, anyway, keep the nose down. Good, back to central position, missile. Right, a couple of safety flares out. That burner, going up above the cloud. Right, let's get our wingman, engage bandits. Gives a bit of help. How fast we're going? 450 knots. Got a few more kills. Like what we're doing, I'm going up. That's good.
Contact bearing 101.12.
Tally.
Tally bandit, 1 o'clock.
Box 2.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Rob 01544 at 12,000. Spike, 5 o'clock. 2, missile launch, 4 o'clock. 2, engage defensive. 2,
Over here.
bandit.
Very hard to see their aspect.
Last 1.
Right, that's one down.
2, Spike, 2 o'clock.
Wingman's doing a good job.
2, contact bearing 296.1.
Box 2.
Enfield 1-1,
Switching to guns.
Overlord 1-1, Bra
6.
02246 at
In the
9,000,
aircraft.
flanking.
There's my guy over here as well. Get my fuel. Not fabulous. Right, let's keep an eye out for any more MiG-21s. Can't see any. we're sort of heading home anyway, so we might as well pursue this guy. We're not going to go over any air defence targets. Right, 9 for 1, 35,000. We're conning now.
Must spike, 8 o'clock.
Looking. Got to go out with us. Even with Jaeger vision on, guys, I can't see them. This is what you've got to deal with. Let's reverse my turn.
Spike, 12 o'clock.
Just to make life harder for anyone trying to kill me. Let's check my fuel. Pretty awful. Right, I'm RTB. Let's get into
Flight, RTB.
right, and we want to head.
Missile 1, 12 o'clock. 2, engage defensive. 2, Taliban at 12 o'clock.
There's a 21 in front of me. Can't resist that. You see him on the RWR. It's dead off the nose now. There he is. Right, okay. Switching the guns. He's motoring. He is motoring. Either that or he's in the death throes.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1.
Right, he's putting flares out. He's going to pull up into me. Fuel or no fuel. Haven't got enough fuel for this. There we go. Our speed 400 odd knots. Yes. 250 knots. Always glide home. Back burner.
Must spike, 3 o'clock.
Shots. Right, I'm not following him down here. I'm heading. Good. Might have got on my tail there. I need to get home.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 21144 at 1,500, flanking.
No fuel for this. Right.
Flight,
Cover me.
cover me. 2, roger. 2, redoing. 2, engaging bandit. 2, spike, 2 o'clock. Lord 1-1, pop-up group 19449.
Now hopefully the MiGs have got no R60s left.
2, contact bearing 150.9.
Right, let's get ATC to give me a heading.
Krimsk, Enfield 1-1, inbound. Enfield 1-1, Krimsk, fly heading 296, 417, QFE 29.87.
396 for 17.
Spike, 12 o'clock.
I've not got a lot of fuel left. 396 for 17.
Flanking.
Let's drop down below the cloud while we can. Let's hold in the cloud here. Let's get my guy to RTB now, I'm safe.
Flight, RTB.
Stay below this cloud now. I've got about £100 of fuel left.
Contact bearing 025.0.
Right, let's head for the Hawk site. You can see that on our RWR. .400 knots, throttles are to idle.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 183, 416 at 13,000.
Keep an eye open for the runway. Site's just slightly off to our right. We have to put some power in. There's a runway, there's a runway. Yeah, somewhere.
Enfield 1-1, cleared for visual, contact tower.
Exact tower, will do.
Krimsk, Enfield 1-1, request landing.
Right, there's a runway straight in front of us. I've got
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, Bra 163,
£150 of fuel left.
13,000, flanking.
Okay, 2,300 feet, let's just trim the aircraft out. I'm going to stay quite a tight approach because the cloud could come in. Throttles to idle. Got enough fuel for a powered landing. Air brakes out. Gear down, 260 knots. Tight. Stage of air brake out. Gear is down and locked. 170 knots.
Enfield 1-1.
I'm going to make it to the runway.
Pop-up group
Trim, trim, trim.
129, 427 at 3,500, cold.
Right. Let's hope our guy got down safely. Turn our radar off. Dump our chute off just as we exit the runway.
Taxi to parking area.
Yeah, taxi to parking area, Enfield 11. Well, I say taxi to parking area. I might have to push it the rest of the way, but we'll see. Take a wide approach to this sharp right hand bend in these slippery conditions. Visual steering is engaged. It's good. Right guys, you know the score. I'll see you at the parking area. Right guys, here we are at the parking area. Now there's an F5 on our RWR, so hopefully our wingman made it back safely. He's on his way back safely at least. Right, what are we going for parking today? Marks out of 10. Let's not make it hard for ourselves. I'm going for an 8. Feeling good. Come on. Oh no, it's all going wrong. Nozzle steering disengaged out. Right, that's alright. Hold it together, Winkle. Hold it together. Hold it together. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, it's more of a 4. Not an 8, it's a 4. Yeah. Oh well. You can't have everything. Right guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in Debrief. Right guys, welcome to Debrief. So we take off from Krimsk. And we head down. As you can see, I'm slightly off track here, and it's important to be on track. But when I get down to this point here, as you'll remember, I see the little town where everything's kicking off. So I divert around that, which I'm quite pleased about, and then I turn straight in, which I probably should have carried on for a bit and gone round this side, but ho hum, there we go. So I turn in, this is what we're attacking here. I get shot at by these guys as I fly over the top. So does my wingman. As you remember, I fly down the road, really hard to see. I had to put Jaeger vision on. I come in with my snake eyes. Do a pretty awful job, to be honest. I never really get to grips with the snake eyes. I come round, get lined up. I think I was unlucky. There. I've got some damage. The snake eyes with me, I'm happy with that actually. Never quite got the hang of those. Right, so we come round. I realise that the MiG-21s are inbound because I've flown this a few times. Then I come in with rockets. A lot better with rockets. Do quite a bit of damage, a little bit of shooting, and then whiz through. And then it's now, right, I'm going to get hit by these MiG-21s, dump off all my stores, and then I'll try and punch up through the clouds. Now the MiG-21s are here, they're coming from the north. Okay, it's 4. So that is a problem, as you noticed. I've flown this a few times and I've had much more successful missions than this, but not when I've been recording it. So I've dragged them over our lines more by luck than judgment. Our wingman does a pretty flipping good job, I've got to say. Very hard to see them. I've turned my labels down so it doesn't tell me how far away people are, just to make it a bit more realistic. So obviously it was miles out of range, the same with this guy. But there you go. We switch to guns, we have a bit of a tussle. My wingman basically saves the day. I was chasing this guy, as you'll remember, but my wingman gets him. They've burnt a lot of fuel. We get in a bit of a tussle here. And then I realise I'm just out of fuel and I just take the opportunity to escape as we go head to head in the scissors, which was absolutely the right thing to do because I landed with less than £100 of fuel. I had plenty of energy and I'm going in the general direction of away, which is good. I asked my man to cover me, so he goes and attacks him. I'm dodging obviously because I don't know where this guy is, and I'm just making it hard for any missiles he's put out. And then we head back to the Hawk site. We come in. Very tight circuit, you never know when the weather's going to come down, and I'm flying on fumes, literally. Just a nice descent now. Carried a bit of speed just in case my engine stopped. Yep, more than happy with that. Right guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Interesting mission. I'll see you on the next one. Winkle out.